so I needed to buy windows. So I went to a place in White River Junction that sells recycled building supplies called Cover Home Repair. And I bought some windows. And while I was buying those windows, a wise and astute man named Tim Traver said, "Aren't you looking for work?" And I said, "Well, by golly, I am." And he said, so basically I applied for the job at Cover. We bring people that don't know one another together with a task that's challenging, a task that needs to be done, a task that people are really in some ways called to do, and we both accomplish the task, in this case home repair and weatherization work, and we do so in a way that at the end of the day people know themselves and they know each other better than they did before. We wanted it to be fun, we wanted it to be productive, but we really wanted to infuse that sense of reciprocity, that it was not about served and the person serving and the person being served. It was not about two tiers of you need help, I have help to offer. It really was about, nice to meet you. Let's get some work done today. But the nuts and bolts of Cover every day is selling things at the Recover store, going out and picking them up from donors, making sure they're available to people at reasonable prices, interviewing homeowners who are asking for, who need some help repairing their home, finding volunteers to schedule those days, making sure that there's enough material in the shed to go do the construction, and in my case, raising the money that needs to feed all that. And so it's a very tangible thing. It's absolutely a tangible thing. But there's some pretty big ideas that are behind it. And that's the interplay that I like, that gets me up in the morning and has me feeling like I like my job. Part of what I've been doing at Cover is thinking through, well, how does New England do community? What does community mean in New England? What does individualism mean in New England? And I may have some ideas, but oftentimes it's about asking people questions. How does it feel to ask for help? It's pretty darn hard. So who at this table, if I imagine Cover is setting a table, who at this table then is doing the hardest thing? Oftentimes it's the homeowners. I think birthing this transition, the board has been midwifing this transition, and they picked the right people to be on the search committee. People that not only got that Cover a business, a $575,000 a year business that needs income and all that structure, but the people on the search committee also are, a number of them, people that have experienced, some of them quite deeply, that spiritual, small s, spiritual, social environment on a Cover job site. Frankly, for Cover, this leadership transition is a time to really embark on that next phase. And it's that Cover has a great reputation. Cover has really solid relationships in the community. Cover's a really solid financial and business base and has a strong pedagogy and philosophy. I've carried it, I think, about as far as I can at this point in my life. And so I think it's time for somebody else to step in and go. It became clear to me that there was something else that I needed to become ready for, and that it probably wasn't going to happen at Cover, and that it was time to let it go. And I would say that so far, with all the terror around change and uncertainty that's involved in it, I feel like exactly what I wanted has happened, which is that some of the tension of what it's required to run an organization is dissipating, and I don't know what that's going to become yet. But I can feel that I'm moving in the right direction. And at the same time, I've been able to hold and support Cover in a way that means that Cover's in good shape for the next person as well. So it's a pretty exciting time,